Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir, pushing to 3,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for the support. So Shams just tweeted that Ben Simmons is finalizing a contract buyout with his current team, the Brooklyn Nets, to become a free agent. And Simmons will meet first with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Clippers starting Friday as he decides his next home. It was also just reported that the young up and coming Houston Rockets are also potentially interested in signing Ben Simmons, which I think would make a lot of sense on that roster as well. But I think the Miami Heat need to take a flyer on Ben Simmons. I don't necessarily like Ben Simmons, but he was making $40 million this season, and he is on an expiring contract, so he's going to be bought out. And for whatever he's going to be signed for, which I think is going to be 10 million or less, perhaps, I think that's an absolute steal to take a risk to take on a former All-Star. So I don't know what happened to Ben Simmons. Obviously, he came out with a bang from college. I think he was from LSU. He has played most of his career with the Philadelphia 76ers. The last 3 seasons, he's played with the Brooklyn Nets, but with the Brooklyn Nets, he literally played 42 games 3 seasons ago, 15 games last season, and 33 games so far this season, which is great. Like, he's on the path to play at least 55, 60 games this season, which is good. But this guy, like, has fallen drastically compared to where he was at one point in the NBA. So, first of all, he was the rookie of the year, his first year playing with Joel Embiid on the 76ers. He came in as a 6'10, like, point guard, like an actual point guard, facilitator, distributor. Obviously, offensively, he's been horrible his whole career. He can't shoot, but he was still able to get to the free throw line. He was able to get to the cup, finish in the paint. He was able to post up, had some moves in the paint, obviously had good handles, and that's fallen off a cliff. Like, again, he averaged 16 points per game, 1 block, 1.7 steals, 8.2 assists, 8.1 rebounds his rookie year. He was rookie of the year. Looking phenomenal. His second season, age 22, first time as an All-Star, and he was a 3-time All-Star consecutively from 2018 through 2020. He averaged 17 points. Points went up. He was averaging still about a 1.4 steals, 7.7 assists, 8.8 rebounds. His shooting percentages were great because he would shoot only in the paint and it would be mostly layups, so 56%. His three-point shooting, 0%. 0%. He didn't even attempt a three-pointer in his first 2 seasons, okay? His free throw percentage, horrible, 56% as a rookie, 60% his second season. So, of course, he can't shoot. That's his biggest flaw, but it doesn't matter because defensively, he's amazing. Offensively, he's a very good playmaker. He's a very good rebounder. He could score in the paint. That's all that matters. He can get to the free throw line. His third season, 16.4 points, about 0.6 blocks, 2 steals, 8 assists, 7.8 rebounds. He is fourth in DPOY, and he's also an all-star, and he made the NBA All-NBA team 13. So he's 23 years old. The sky's the limit for this guy. This guy is like a Magic Johnson light, obviously, because he's 6'10", he's a forward, and he's a very good playmaker. Obviously, Magic Johnson was a much better offensive player than Ben Simmons. Then in 2021, he held out and did not play because of the back injury. He missed the entire season because of back injury, and the rest is history. 2022, he's traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and he's dealing with that injury, and that could be a big reason, but I think it's his mentality. I think there's something up with him mentally, perhaps, or some sort of mental block with him, especially like in terms of his confidence on the offensive end. But only averaged 7 points, 6 assists, 6.3 rebounds. His minutes were down from, typically playing 34 minutes per game to 26. So he's still playing a good amount. 2 seasons ago with the Nets, 6 points per game and 5.7 assists, 8 rebounds. This season, 6.2 points, zero point 0.5 blocks, zero point 0.8 steals, 6.9 assists, 5.2 rebounds. He literally has not taken a three. He's shooting 54% from the field, which is basically only in the paint. He is shooting 69% from the free throw line, which is a career high. So I don't know what happened to him, but he fell off the map in comparison to what he was before. And there was those highlights where Ben Simmons had a layup attempt, and instead of taking the layup, he throws it out to his teammate on the baseline. Like he's like afraid to shoot or even attempt layups at times, which is baffling. So I don't know what happened to him, but anyway, going back to him as a buyout candidate. So Ben Simmons is someone who can help a contender and is someone who can also help just any team in general. Because yes, he's not going to help you offensively and scoring wise, but defensively, he is still capable. He is 6'10". He has a huge frame, good wingspan, and he can guard literally 1 through 5, basically. And he's still a good playmaker. He's averaging almost 7 assists per game. The Miami Heat specifically need a ball handler next to Tyler Hero. Playing next to Tyler Hero, if you throw him into the starting lineup, Ben Simmons at 6'10", Tyler Hero at 6'5", Andrew Wiggins at 6'7". Then you have Bam Adebayo at 6'9" and Kel'el Ware at 7 feet. That is a lot of functional size there. Tyler is your smallest guy at 6'5". That is huge. Tyler is our best player possibly this season. Bam is finally coming around, thank God. But Tyler is our best offensive player at this point. He's been our most consistent player all season. He's an all-star. So Tyler's been amazing. He has been getting blitzed, double teamed. They are not dropping when it comes to the pick and roll. They're attacking him, and he's having trouble. Like certain games, he's having trouble because he's the focal point. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands. They're trying to make him and force him to take tough shots. He needs someone else that can play make and distribute, or he could play a little off ball so he doesn't have to exert so much energy. Like he is a great catch and shoot 3-point shooter. So if Ben Simmons is also handling the ball, playing that point forward floor general, then that can help Tyler Hero get easier buckets. So I like the idea of Ben Simmons only because it's a buyout, only because it could be a veteran's minimum contract or a very cheap contract. $40 million, Ben Simmons? Hell no. Like, there is something wrong with this dude. This guy has fallen off a cliff, and he's still 28 years old. And is it really the back injury? That was 4 years ago. Like, come on. Like, T-Mac had back spasms, and it kind of derailed his career, but, like, not like this. He was still amazing, but he wasn't able to function. Ben Simmons is still playing 33 games this season. He's playing 25 minutes per game. Like, I think it's all psychological. But anyway, take a flyer on him. He's super cheap. Add him into this backcourt with Tyler Hero and have Davion Mitchell come off the bench. Terry Rozier can then be the backup shooting guard to Tyler Hero. I guess Duncan Robinson technically would. So, yeah, forget Terry Rozier. Get him out of the freaking rotation. But anyway, I think the Miami Heat take a flyer on him because it's cheap. You have nothing to lose at this point. See what you can get. He's still young. He fits the timeline with Tyler, Bam, and now Wiggins. Obviously, all these guys are 29 or younger. So I think he fits in that development. And we could maybe get him and re-sign him for another cheap contract. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about Ben Simmons. Do you think he's a good fit for this Miami Heat team?